Whoa. Do you know who the first recorded Irish or Celtic person was? That took over shit, that was taking over land? His name is Leif Erikson, all right?
Bro, this is late.
But that's not late. What you mean late? You talking about Celtic people? Do you know how long they've been in existence, bro? The only people that can compete, with the Negroid is the Caucasoid, all right? Now, the Nordic countries like Scandinavia is modern day Norway, Sweden, all of that shit, right? Those people they saying that we're Homo sapiens and that white people are Neanderthals, right? And that they came from the Caucasus Mountains. We came from Africa, which is not even really called Africa. Now, when Europe came about and all the countries started developing themselves, Africa started getting broken up into different countries. You know what I'm saying? Because Africa was one big ass country first. You know what I'm saying? All right, and you heard of Pangea. You know about Pangea, right?
I would like to hope all of us do.
All right, so now, if you know about Pangea, then you know, and all right, so if you know about Pangea, then you know that the first original man was supposed to be in Africa or born in Africa, right? I guess it's Ethiopia or Uganda, because they said for years they were saying Ethiopia. They found what's her name? Kelly, Susan Kelly. The fossils. Mm-hmm. Right? Susan or some shit like that.
I forget the name.
Whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Right?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But then they go about and find.
Justin's girlfriend's name.
Stupid.
But then they go about and find that they found earlier fossils in Uganda. You know what I'm saying? Now, the first 5 people. Now, I'm not sure exactly out of these 5 groups of people how it got broken down, but I know weather was because they all migrated, and the Asians they lost their eyelids because of the wind coming. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're Eskimo peoples, because of that part of Russia. That part of Russia is called Yakutia. Russia's broken up into they got an Arab part, they got a European part, they got an Asian part. That's how big Russia is. You know what I'm saying? But before Russia was even considered a fucking country, or whatever you want to say, you had Africa, the continent of Africa, right? Then Liberia, I think it was Liberia. Oh, my bad. Excuse me. Before that, Hannibal was coming. That's why the Spanish, that's why the Haitians, Jamaicans, all dark skin, because Hannibal went into the Americas. Well, actually, the Prince of Mali found the Americas first and didn't claim it and just went past it.
Yeah, introducing a lot of info to.
You know what I'm saying? But,
at one time.
but the first.
Isn't Prince of Mali? Isn't that how the word Mal came from? Mali.
I don't know about all that, but anyway, they saying that the first.
If he wasn't like that, bro, I would
need a copy.
The first 5 people,
everything you just said.
Whatever, nigga. Just put that out. The first 5 people, the first established 5 groups of people are the Ethiopians, the Indians, the Mexicans with the Aztecs and the Incas and the Mayans, the Mongolians, which is Chinese and Japanese. These are on final?
Hour.
Oh. Mongolians is the modern day Japanese, Chinese, or whatever, and then the Indians. So it's 5 groups: the Indians, the Chinese, basically. You know what I'm saying? The Africans, the the Caucasoids, Caucasians, and the Latins, the Mexicans. That's the first 5 groups, established 5 groups, right? You know why they call Morocco and Mauritania in Africa? You know, call those countries that? More stands for blacks, land of blacks. So when the Greeks seen us, the Greeks is like, holy fuck, where did these people come from? They dark, they real dark. That's when Hannibal went into Greece and Italy and all of that shit like that. And this is like fucking 1,000 years before Mussolini or anybody established Italy as an official superpower.
Mussolini was during the Second World War.
What? No, Mussolini was the first person to establish Italy as an independent country, bro. Mussolini was the first one.
Mussolini is during the World War.
But you know Mussolini was a
That's what I'm
mafia
saying,
dude, bro.
But
I'm not denying
he was
that.
at the same time as Hitler and all of them.
So what does that mean? I'm trying to tell you that was when Italy became the first, became like an established.
Italy was a country well before.
I'm not saying it wasn't a
II.
country. What I'm saying is that's when they really got. Because this is the thing with Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was supporting Rome.
Entering the Jolite zone now.
I'm serious. He was supporting Rome. He didn't give a fuck about Sparta and Athens and all of that shit.
Those are in Greece.
No, but listen, Italy and Greece was together. They was basically coming up together, and then they separated. And that's when the Greeks started doing their own thing, and Alexander the Great started conquering the rest of the world. After Hannibal, all right? Hannibal was called Hannibal the Conqueror because Hannibal was the first conqueror. He was the first person to go around the whole world and go into all these different countries. And he was impregnating a lot of people. That's why the Spanish are so dark, and the Portuguese are so dark. You understand what I'm saying? Because of Hannibal. That's why Sicilians are so dark, because of Hannibal. Because Hannibal, that's as far as Hannibal got. He got to the Pyrenees. He defeated Julius Caesar in one battle, the first battle. I forgot the name of that battle. And then Julius Caesar sent the girl. No, my bad. He was defeating mad Roman kings. He was defeating Roman kings because they was all about Rome first. They didn't give a fuck about none of that other shit. All the other little valley little cities.
That was
in Italy.
considered Germany.
Would you say what?
North Italy was considered Germany.
Yeah, but Germany was still having a beef between themselves, but Germany and West Germany, they was already having no conflict. And it's the same thing. It's this.
Bro, Germany and West Germany stuff situation is during the World Wars. That's late.
No. They was already separated before the war even started, bro. That's why they got involved in the war. It's because the West Germans was trying to say, all right, we're West German, we're in West Germany, and the Germans was like, no, you're a part of us. And they started taking over Poland and Ukraine and all these other countries. And Russia was taking over Ukraine and all of that first. Because they broke off from Ukraine. I mean, from Russia. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about
but
this.
But then once they established, right? But then once they established, Germany was like, well, fuck it, we're gonna try to take over the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to think about it, the French was trying to do that shit when Napoleon Bonaparte was alive. But Napoleon didn't come back. He didn't come until Napoleon didn't come.
We're jumping from like era to era.
But because I'm trying to tell you
years.
how it came from and how it transcended into what it is now. You know what I'm saying?
You bouncing around too much.
Now some of the shit I'm missing. Some of the most important parts I'm missing. But for sure, I know that Julius Caesar sent the girl down to Hannibal Lecter to make him think that, Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal the Conqueror. I said Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal the Conqueror to fucking, think that he had a queen and all this other shit, and she fucked him and poisoned him and killed him. That was the only way he could die. Because they kept trying to defeat them. And how Hannibal and them was doing it was, Hannibal was going in straight first, right? Like the Mongolians. And then he learned another way, to go in straight and then come in from the sides. So Julius Caesar caught on by the 5th battle or 7th or 8th, 9th battle or whatever. Julius Caesar caught on and was like, fuck that. We ain't even going to try to, because they too strategical. He was the best strategist in the world.
Hit him with the strategic.
The best strategist and, excuse me, my bad. The best strategist and conquered the most land, because when Alexander the Great was going around the world, he was going into countries that was trying to, he going into the different countries trying to take them over, and they was already taking over. You know what I'm saying? It was already, and then if you didn't want to bow down, but you look at Greece, look at their power now.
Good question. Where does Camp Carmen Sandiego fit into all this?
Well, we gotta figure out where in the
That
world
used to
she
be
is
shit
first,
back in the
though.
day.